Woohoo! Hooray for quarantine! I hope you guys are excited as I am because today, ladies and gentlemen, is a new Cartoon Clash episode. Please, I'll sign autographs later. Anyway, before I get into the intro, I gotta say some stuff. I'm still doing Slenderman vs. Freddy Krueger, but that fight was hard to animate, so I'm having a friend help me with part of it to take some of the workload off. It's still gonna happen, I promise. But, with that out of the way, this episode is one I animated all by myself, and I definitely got plenty of sleep and didn't stay up until 2 in the morning for a few nights in a row. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and show your friends. My other friend told me to say that before the video starts, instead of at the end, so you're welcome, friend. Also, I have a third friend voicing the announcer for this fight. Check him out, his name is Loki, and he's a very cool dude. Wow, that's a lot of info. Anyway, let's get started. Boxing, an incredible and popular sport, and has been around for decades. There are two boxers from Nintendo who take boxing to a whole new level, like Little Mac, the bruiser from the Bronx, and Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. I'm TJ Man, and it's my job to analyze both fighters to see who would win a cartoon clash. Although none of the episodes so far have had both fighters be cartoon characters, but oh well, maybe someday. Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. According to the Pokédex, he has the spirit of a pro boxer, who worked towards becoming the world champion, and will never give up. How inspiring. He's also a Jackie Chan ripoff, so yeah, that's a thing. Also, he's part of a Pokemon trio who all evolve from the same Pokemon. One is Hitmonlee, who is a ripoff of Bruce Lee, and Hitmontop, who is a ripoff of a top. Yeah, people are complaining about there being key Pokemon and ice cream Pokemon, but back in the days of old Pokemon, they had a top, so shut up. For only being 4'8", he packs quite a punch. Get it? He's a boxer. I'll be here all night, folks. Firstly, it said in his Pokédex entries that he can destroy concrete, and breaking concrete can vary from 3,000 to 4,000 psi. He's also able to throw any Pokemon with seismic toss. And yes, I know Death Battle did their calculation on this, but in the anime, seismic toss doesn't send a Pokemon into space. So yes, it is a good feat that he's able to throw Pokemon, but in my opinion, he's not exactly throwing them into space. So his best feat of strength is breaking concrete. For his durability, there isn't much to say besides he should be able to take hits from other Hitmonchans, which would mean he can take around 3,000 to 4,000 psi. Speed is something Hitmonchan really shines in. According to his Pokédex entries, while apparently doing nothing, it fires punches in lightning-fast volleys that are impossible to see. To be faster than the human eye, you have to go 38,146 mph. That's pretty damn fast. He can also punch so fast that getting grazed by a punch from him could burn. So overall, he punches very, very fast. Now, as for his movement speed, all Pokemon are able to dodge the move Thunder, which is massively hypersonic. He can also dodge sound-based attacks, like all other Pokemon as well. He also has a ton of versatility with his huge arsenal of punching moves, such as Bullet Punch, which is basically a punch that is the speed of a bullet. Drain Punch, which is a punch that sucks the life energy from another Pokemon. Fake Out, which is basically an attack that makes the opponent flinch for a turn. Vacuum Wave, which is a very fast punch. Mach Punch, which is also a very fast punch. Power Up Punch, which is a punch that makes him stronger after using it. Detect, which is a move that can help him avoid any move. Revenge, which is a move that is powerful if the opponent attacked first. And then Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch, which are exactly what they sound like. And then Agility, which raises his speed. And then Mega Punch, which is a Mega Punch. And then Close Combat, which is a flurry of a ton of punches and is really strong. And then Counter, which throws double the power back at the opponent. Oh, and then Focus Punch, which is a move that, if he isn't attacked while preparing for it, it does a lot of damage. He also has the abilities Iron Fist, which raises his punching moves by 20%. He also has Keen Eye, which prevents accuracy loss, and inner focus, which makes it so he can't flinch. Hitmonchan is a very competent and powerful boxer, but he isn't perfect. He tires after 3 minutes of fighting. He's weak to Psychic, Flying, and Fairy types? What the hell? Also, his normal and fighting type moves can't hit ghosts. Also, some of his moves are risky. For example, Close Combat because it lowers his defenses after use, and Focus Punch because the move doesn't work if he gets hit on the turn and before using it. But Hitmonchan has the spirit of a pro boxer and will never give up no matter what.
Come on out, Hitmonchan! Hitmonchan!
Hitmonchan!
Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. Hitmonchan specializes in punch attacks. Its moves are faster than the eye.
Usually in boxing, people think the tall and strong people are always the winners. Well, this isn't always true, especially when you're talking about Little Mac. Though he may be small in stature, he can defeat many people who are much taller and bigger than him. And with his training from Doc Lewis, he's always worked to become the champion boxer of the world. Although the people he fights are odd. Let's just get to his stats. Like I said before, he can beat up people who are probably twice his size. He defeated Don Flamenco, who punched a bull out of a ring, and he knocked over King Hippo, who is pretty large. Oh, okay, that's a mean word. I meant to say he's full of personality. He also defeated Mr. Sandman, who demolished a building with just his fists. He also defeated Mike Tyson, who punches at 1,800 psi. And he defeated Bear Hugger, who wrestles bears on a daily basis. His speed is pretty amazing. He can keep up with Piston Hondo, who kept up with a bullet train. That must have looked weird for the guy driving the train. Like, just imagine. He also kept up with Great Tiger, who can teleport. And he even kept up with Heike Kigero? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And Dragon Chan, who move faster than the eye can see. For his durability, he can take punches from all the boxers I mentioned before. The most impressive ones being Don Flamenco and Mike Tyson. Another notable one is Aaron Ryan, who punched Little Mac while having horseshoes in his gloves. Now that's just cheating. Now, if we remember, Little Mac can take hits from Mr. Sandman, who can break down a building seemingly made of brick. Now, since it probably took him a while to break down the building, it's still impressive that in one punch he was able to break one of the brick walls, which according to mechanical properties of unreinforced brick masonry, the average clay brick can withstand 3,000 psi. So basically that means Little Mac's face can withstand 3,000 psi. Damn. Next is his abilities. Being a human boxer, he doesn't have many weird abilities like Hitmonchan. However, he does have the Star Punch, which he gets after hitting the opponent at certain times. He also has his Gigamac form, which just makes him stronger. However, it makes him a lot slower and easier to hit. Now as for his fighting style, he prefers to dodge and counter instead of going all offensive. Now for his weaknesses. One is that his Gigamac form makes him slower. He's also just human despite his crazy feats, which can make him weak to things that would harm humans. Also, his dodge and countering strategy doesn't always work. But despite all this, they don't call him the champ for nothing. Alright, the combatants have been analyzed. It's time for a cartoon clash.
Good evening, folks. Today is a historic moment. Two great fighters will battle for the championship title. In this corner, weighing 111 pounds, standing at 4 foot 8 inches tall, is the punching Pokemon Hitmonchan. In this corner, weighing 107 pounds, the bruiser from the Bronx, standing at 5 foot 7 inches, it is Little Mac. Let's get ready to rumble!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Holy shit. I'm pretty sure Hitmonchan is disqualified now. Anyway, I guess I better start talking. For strength, Hitmonchan takes it by a small margin. Like I said before, Concrete can take 3,000 to 4,000 psi. Now, I know Little Mac can be comparable to Don Flamingo and Mr. Sandman, but after calculations, Don's feat is only 584 psi, and remember, Mr. Sandman's feat is 3,000 psi, while Concrete is 3,000 to 4,000. And remember, Little Mac isn't the one doing the feats, he's just being compared to them. So Hitmonchan takes strength by a small yet significant margin. Same can be said for durability, because Hitmonchan can take hits from other Hitmonchans, which would be 3,000 to 4,000 psi, while again, Little Mac's is 3,000 psi. Now for speed, they're actually quite similar. Little Mac can keep up with a guy who can outrun bullet trains, and Hitmonchan is said to have punches that go at the speed of bullet trains. Little Mac is also able to keep up with people who are faster than the human eye, and Hitmonchan can move his fists faster than the human eye. So it seems pretty even, right? Haha, wrong! You forgot a funny detail. Hitmonchan, just like every other Pokemon, is able to avoid sound-based attacks. Not to mention, all Pokemon can avoid the move Thunder, which is literally a strike of lightning. So it looks like Hitmonchan stomps in this category. If we want to go even further, we can remember the time a Poliwhirl avoided the move Doom Desire in the manga, which is an attack that is sunlight, which means that it is the speed of light. And Hitmonchan can definitely be comparable to Poliwhirl. And if we want to go even further, Hitmonchan can raise this speed with agility. Now onto abilities. Little Mac has a Star Punch attack, which would definitely do damage to Hitmonchan. However, in the likely scenario Hitmonchan would survive that, he can throw double the power back with counter. Even if we use Gigamac, we gotta remember Gigamac is much slower than before, and Hitmonchan is already way faster than Little Mac, so in reality, Gigamac would never be able to hit him. And even if he did, Hitmonchan can use Detect or Counter. Overall, Hitmonchan's versatility was too much. We also need to remember Little Mac is mostly human, so moves like Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch would severely injure Little Mac. There's also the fact that he uses the technique of dodging and countering. However, since Hitmonchan is so much faster, this strategy is ultimately useless. Now you're probably wondering if Little Mac has any advantages. He does. He has more intelligence, and more experience with boxing. And he also has more endurance and stamina, since Hitmonchan tires out after 3 minutes of fighting. Overall, Hitmonchan had the versatility and physical prowess to knock out Little Mac. Looks like Hitmonchan punched out Little Mac. The winner is Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan!
Now from now on, I'm going to put the trailer at the end of the episode, but since next time is Slenderman vs. Freddy, and we already know that, I won't have a trailer at the end of this video. But for future reference, at the end of my videos, I'll have the trailer at the end rather than making the trailer a separate video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.